injured here. 2v2 Medean Cliff Mines. Blue team. Asmondeus plays an Eldar Warlock. Offensive melee. Good mobility with fleet. Could also tank and disrupt really well later on. And he's stopped. Alongside GuruSkippy as a Mekboy. Teleporting commander. Fights range. Puts that some nice damage. Can also support and put up structures and repair. But he's not the toughest orc. Red team here have Leet, also known as Paranoid or Paranoid Kami, playing a Force Commander. Offensive melee, can also support and disrupt. Rounding out red team, we have Koras as a big stompy Hive Tyrant. Very, very durable, walks through cover, cannot be suppressed, fights mainly to start off. Good offense and support. And provides a basic synapse off the bat for little Tyranids. Bombergaunts coming centre, they're going to be forced off though, you think? Yes. GuruSkippy double sluggers. Koras double termagants. Loyalist tactical marines for Paranoid into scouts. Asmondeus, as you'd expect, getting some howling banshees on the field. Guardians caught in a pincer here. Take out a scout model though. Scout models forcing melee with ninja kicks. And Guardians retreat with no model losses. Warlock now trying to pressure these tactical marines. There's Destructor, his starting ability. Did pretty decent damage to those marines as well. He's now backing off, did not take his natural VP. Howling Banshee's now coming to cap it. Reds have a natural in the north, looked after by Koras. Under some pressure here, chasing double sluggers. Mekboy doing some decent damage with his shooter though. 494, 500, a 1-to-1 cap. And looters on the way for GuruSkippy. Very good choice, will allow him to support those sluggers with some suppression, because otherwise they'll just get manipulated by toxin sac termagants, which you don't see at the moment. But we do see rending talons from the Hive Tyrant. Really, really nice wargear versus double sluggers, I think. He is forced off though. Here come double termagants, and the sluggers will be forced off, surely. Yes. South being capped by Paranoid. And red might get a triple here, albeit briefly. Mekboy has decapped the north. Bombergaunts trying to eat this power node. Double looters for GuruSkippy. Shuriken on the field for Asmondeus. Paranoid will have to deal with it. He doesn't have shotguns to deal with the Howling Banshees, though he may be thinking that he has the Force Commander to knock them around. Has some decent firepower too, so might save the power for shotguns, but he will need to deal with the Shuriken Cannon. Could deal with it via scouts, either snipers or infiltrated grenades, but look at this, he has gone for Assault Marines. A very hard counter for setup teams. Jump infantry that disrupt, very, very tough as well. 440, 497. Bombergaunts decapping will meet double sluggers and they back off. Blues retain that power point then. Double looters scaring off termagants. 422, 497, now a double for red and they're hitting power. Here come the Assault Marines. Asmondeus will surely be expecting them, having a Shuriken out. And we're going to see a jump here, I think. There it is. Asmondeus spots it just in time and retreats before they land so they don't get knocked back. Assault Marines reasonably well suited for the Force Commander. He can follow them into melee and disrupt stuff for them. Can also buff them with Battle Cry, of course. Here comes the Eldar Warlock, as you'd expect. Against Space Marines, has the Merciless Switchblade. Not only decent damage, but will drain the energy of those Assault Marines, and they really need their energy for mobility and also for defense to jump out. Was going to think they were going to jump after the Warlock there, but no, they let him go. Hive Tyrant retreats after he did a seismic roar. And blue team are capping mid. 378, 497. Shuriken scared off the power by Assault Marines, and again Paranoid is hitting this power. Reds have a triple up here. I haven't seen it hit yet by the Orks. And double Warrior Brood for Koras. Very odd versus double looters. Triple looters even for GuruSkippy. What is he expecting to do? You would have thought double Raveners. or at least the extended carapace. How is he going to deal with the looters? Anyway, we see Howling Banshees in amongst Tactical Marines. They are losing models though. They lost one, lost two even. Howling Banshees will always bleed you in tier 1. Just have to keep it to a minimum as best as you can. Force Commander has his Iron Halo, adding to his durability. Eldar Warlock a lot quicker than him. There's a Destructor on the Tactical Marines. Needs to be careful, he's going to go down. Just took his eye off the Warlock for a second and ran into double scouts with their bolters. Shuriken forces off the Tactical Marines. Has not lost the Tactical Marine model. Vital in tier 1 for Space Marines to keep their Tactical Marines alive. 339, 497. Warrior Brood being forced off. As you'd expect versus triple looters, I'm not sure what he's hoping to achieve here. Warrior Brood are a heavy infantry unit, start off in melee, provide a synapse, so they are a synapse creature, so when they die, which we're going to see here, there it is, the synaptic shock, knocking back all of that stuff and damage it, and he loses the entire Warrior Brood. Sloppy play from Koras, should have retreated him as soon as the looter set up there. 339, 492, Force Commander coming in, helping him out. Wow, look how much damage he did at close range though with that burst. Force Commander having trouble retreating here. Here we go. Mekboy leveling to 2. Has no war gear. You do see electric armor a lot versus Tyranids, but he spent all his power on his triple looters. There's Seismic Roar in retreat, which can finish off squads, but he's forced off by these looters. And Koras, oh, he did get the extended carapace in the end, got it very, very late, and those double warriors was a puzzling decision. 339, 466. Assault Marines forced off by the Shuriken. We have double Shurikens for Asmondeus. Set up team that's suppressed. They are pretty maneuverable too, so you often see double Shurikens. They can move and support each other well. Looters being pushed up, and this is a lot of pressure on the south flank for Parano to deal with. We do have double Termagants reinforcing him. They both have their Toxin Sacks. A really nice upgrade for Termagants. Really struggle without it pretty much. You can tell by the plus sign above their icon there. 2-1 for blue. Reds are going to lose at least 2 generators, you would think. Here comes Hormagaunts, but GuruSkippy was expecting that, and this loot was turned around. A Hormagaunt still managed to get in there though. Here come Howling Banshees and a Razorback for Paranoid. Support vehicle for Space Marines allows them to reinforce, allows all of your allies to reinforce indeed, as all support vehicles do. Can also transport infantry. And has a pretty tasty twin-linked heavy bolter on top too. Need to look after it. If we see a Bright Lance, could be very dangerous. Even Warp Spiders with their Haywire grenades, and this Banshee X-Up who is on the field. You see her with a spear at the front there. That spear does good damage to all targets. Turns them into a very dangerous melee unit. Still somewhat a glass cannon though. 2-1 for blue, and we do see a Bright Lance for Asmondeus. Scouts get a sniper rifle, both of them too. Power being hit, lots of power being hit in the south, not much of it in the north. GuruSkippy really protecting his power with those triple looters. And now we have stick bombers. Artillery unit actually fighting melee, but they throw grenades most of the time. There we go. Or stick bombs as they're called, and they can really wipe out squads very, very quickly. It's quite unpredictable where they will land, as it should be for Orks. Extended carapace charging the Hive Tyrant in to these looters. And we might see Seismic Roar here. There we go. He is level 2, so he can use the charge and Seismic Roar straight away, which is a really nice combo. Stick bombs going in against those Termagants, but completely dodged pretty much. Hive Tyrant backed off. Eldar capping south. Bright Lance is set up. Paranoid. I am not sure if he spotted it, but he does have the Razorback well back there. Look at these scouts bleeding those Howling Banshees. Took 2 models off them in 2 shots. And another model. Ouch, they're really going to hurt those Banshees. Really nice choice from Paranoid. And we have a Force Commander with a Thunderhammer. What is he doing? That was bizarre. 264 412. He was smacking on the scenery there. Maybe there was some anti-Emperor graffiti on it or something. One of the looters has got a beamy death gun, so that Razorback's going to really need to watch the hell out coming over here. 254 412, a 2-to-1 for red. Warrior Brood without an upgrade. And Koras goes right to tier 3. Did not get a single thing in tier 2. A huge risk. Assault Marines now have their Sergeant. Gives them a power sword, makes them able to hang much better in melee since they get Merciless Strike too. If they get a jump and then Merciless Strike on a melee unit, they are probably going to win. Unless it's Knobs or Terminators or something. And more warriors called down by Koras. That global cooldown actually reinforces all of your units as well, but it wasn't used for that there. Used pretty badly, I think. Called it in and then retreated it. Could have used it to reinforce a bunch of stuff. Double stick bombs for GuruSkippy. Really strange build order. Double sluggers, triple looters, double stick bombers. 218 4112. Nice to see some different build orders around. Wraithlord on the way for Asmondeus. And Paranoid goes tier 3. Stick bombs just deterring those termagants. Looters forcing off Hormigaunt Brood. South being capped up and dominated by Paranoid. Ouch. 2 Assault Marines though went down. In fact 3 including the Sergeant. Lots of expensive reinforcing, and here is the Wraithlord. A good choice because the Force Commander does not have his Power Fist, and it's very unlikely that he's going to replace the Thunderhammer so quickly. So all he has to really worry about is the Melter Bomb from Assault Marines and a possible missile launcher from the Tactical Marines, who are not getting it at the moment. So the Wraithlord might be pretty dangerous. He has given it the shoulder mounted shuriken cannon, so still needs to rely on Bright Lance and Banshees to take that Razorback out, which hasn't really been put under any threat. Where is the beamy death gun? Here it comes. These things have ridiculous anti-vehicle damage, much like Bright Lances, but they don't snare targets like las cannons. Here come the 2 red commanders in the north side of the central plaza, and this beam of death gun is going to be forced off easily by that Thunderhammer. Thunderhammer is a splash damage power melee weapon. Really nasty piece of kit, but won't do much to vehicles. 136 412. Hive Tyrant got too close to those looters and goes down. Force Commander should be able to force them off, might be able to revive as well, which might level him to 3 or at least get him very very close. Here comes Asmondeus to help out. A bit slow to come in and help here, I think. 136 410, a 2-to-1 for blue, tier 3 for GuruSkippy, a Carnifex on the field for Koras, and it's getting Thornback will make it even more dangerous in melee and even tougher. A monstrous creature with vehicle armor spawning some rippers there, who run right into stick bombs and are wiped, almost wiped. Tactical Marines for Paranoid get to tier 3 without any upgrades. Ouch, and lose a model to stick bombs. Trying to get some in retreat path, but not quite managing it. Blues getting their power hit big time here by double termagants and the Force Commander. Wraithlord in the center. These warriors need to be very very careful. Wraithlord, powerful melee walker, like all walkers does splash damage. Now going after the Carnifex, needs to be very careful. Where is the Bright Lance? It's in retreat. So this Wraithlord doesn't really want to get into this fight. We have sluggers repairing. There's stun bombs by the stick bombers, which do stun vehicles, but only for 1.5 seconds. Sniper scouts setting up. Snipers do have a brief setup time, and the Wraith Lord gets away and the Carnifex backs off, catching Banshees in retreat. Hive Tyrant level 3, Force Commander level 3, Warlock level 2 has the warp throat, and Mekboy level 3 and dead. Red's taking their power. Blues have pushed really well to get this 2-to-1, and really nice map control here. Asmondeus, the only player in tier 2, GuruSkippy already has a looted tank on the field with reinforced plating, cobbled together out of anything they can find, it looks like. And another looted tank on the way. Triple looters all surviving here. Did lose a slugger squad. Pretty nice unit preservation from all players, in fact. Asmondeus lost a guardian squad, 136, 316, and of course Koras lost those warriors in tier 1. And the surviving warriors get their adrenal glands, making them tougher and better in melee, able to damage vehicles now. 2-to-1 for blue. Red need to put together some kind of concerted offensive. Here comes the Thornback Carnifex. Paranoid recapping his side of the map. Looks like he's getting ready for a push on this VP. Covered by a shuriken, but won't hold against all of that. Double Wraith Lord from Asmondeus. Both with shoulder mounted shuriken cannons. And these assault marines need to be very careful. But here come Terminators from Paranoid, and they are assault Terminators of Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. Now these Wraith Lords need to be very, very careful. Melee heavy weapons, unlike the Force Commander's Thunderhammer, which is a power melee weapon. And Wraith Lords are backing the hell off. Here comes a Bright Lance and Shuriken to cover these Wraith Lords. Bright Lance might be able to get some shots on the Razorback. The Bright Lance will also do a lot of damage to the Terminators, since they are a large unit. Anti-vehicle weapons have 100% accuracy against them, and you see the damage they're taking there. Getting close to the Shuriken. Wraith Lord turns to engage. Those Guardians need to be repairing it, and they are. It's going to go down though, I think. Yes, here come Howling Banshees. Terminator's now in a bit of trouble, and they have used their teleport, I believe. We have a rocket launcher or missile launcher on the tactical marines. Howling Banshees doing a number on these Terminators. Wow. Grenade went in, which the Banshees dodged from their own Guardians, that grenade was. And he might lose these Terminators. They're backing off to the Razorback. Teleport on cooldown, cannot retreat of course. But these Howling Banshees getting a bit over eager, and the Terminator survives with 23 hit points. Unbelievable. And is now reinforcing around that Razorback. 150 I think to reinforce Terminators. Very, very expensive. Here come double looters. Can he finish these Terminators off? Then I have 2 models and fly back up to 800 hit points. Bright Lance again pushed up. Assault Marines jumping in though, cannot disrupt both of the setup teams, but they are on the Shuriken. Will we see a Melter Bomb? Do they even have it? They don't have Thunder and Lightning. 136, 195. Rocket launcher getting shots off on the looted tank. You see the Cult of Speed used by the Mekboy, one of his global abilities. He's not moving it. Oh, he's repairing. He has the custom force field. Now he's path blocking the looted tank. Stick bombs go in. And tactical marines retreat. Asmondeus lost a lot of stuff. Orks called in at some point. Scurrying away in retreat. 136, 195. Again we see double warrior broods with adrenal glands and therefore melee synapse. Good news for these Hormagaunts when they're in range. 131, 195. Blue team capping mid for a 2-1, and they still have map control advantage overall, I would say. Warrior Brood are going to lose models trying to close in on his tanks, and they back off. Sluggers with no upgrades on these little guys. Warriors again forced to retreat. Here comes the Hive Tyrant, but he has Rending Talons, so instead goes after Sluggers, and there's his Seismic Roar, and then retreats. Parano taking the opportunity to cap south, but we do have an Autark capping north. Sub-commander for Eldar, very quick on her feet, also jumps over cover. She needs to back off, there we go. Uses fleet to get away, which makes her even more ridiculously fast. Can't believe those assault terminators survived. Here they come again. 131-145. Asmondeus trying to rebuild, getting some more Howling Banshees. Terminators use their teleport again. It's usually best reserved for escape, but they've used it to get in behind that looted tank for rear armor hits and lost a model in the process. Here comes Sluggers, they really need their knob leader really. Take out another Terminator. Here come Tyranids. We have a Venom Cannon Carnifex. Very good versus those double looters. Terminator is still in there. Sluggers chasing them, and he loses the Terminator squad. There's Seismic Roar. I'm not sure why. Warrior Brood losing models. These Sluggers on a rampage. Almost level 3 and still no upgrades. 112-143. Venom Cannon Carnifex doing ridiculous damage to that looted tank, and finishes it off in melee. Look at the DPS it does to this guy. Looted tank is still level 1, and it's going to be finished off by this Carnifex. GuruSkippy not moving it. 96-143. Meanwhile in the south, Force Commander fully kitted out now, has Artificia level 4. Warlock gets away, level 4. Autark jumps in, healing up these Banshees when she lands. Banshees don't want to fight a Force Commander with a Thunderhammer though. They're going after the Razorback but can't take it out, and he might pay for it by losing these Banshees. Uses Distort Field, global ability of the Warlock, and they survive the retreat. Bright Lance set up. Not going to do a lot to the Force Commander though. Hive Tyrant caps mid. There's a Tyranid formation. Global nuke off the Tyranids. Don't think it did a whole lot. Looters set up, and blue team have lost quite a lot of stuff here. And a triple from red, and this is red's game. 26-143. After those two looted tanks went down, it was pretty much game over. Asmondeus lost a lot of stuff earlier on, but GuruSkippy was holding on, thought they had a chance when they took those Terminators out. But here we see the game for red. Really nicely done. Nice to see Orks with an interesting build order. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you next time.